Hey, I'm Dylan from Stupid Raisins, and this is how to use VHS Pop. You can find VHS Pop in 3 spots in Final Cut Pro: the Titles browser, Effects browser, and Transitions browser. Let's take a look at the titles first. It's in the upper left-hand corner here, this button. Just click on it to open the title browser, and then scroll down till you see the category name VHS Pop. Ah, there it is. You can preview templates by skimming over the thumbnail and see the animation. Now, VHS Pop uses special fonts, and if you want it to look exactly like it was designed, you'll need to download and install those fonts. But don't worry, I put together a list and links of those in the user guide/help page. All right, let's add opening 1 to our timeline. I'm just going to drag and drop it onto my timeline. I can change the timing of it by clicking and dragging on the beginning or the end to shorten it or to make it longer. I can also select it and press Ctrl D and enter a new time, 500, press enter, and now I have a 5-second title. Let's take a look at our title. Very retro. I love it. Such a cool looking title. Select the title and then open up the inspector. If you don't see it here on the right hand side, click on the inspector button in the upper right hand corner. Here's a cool trick if you can't see all the published parameters at once, but you don't want to change the size of the timeline down here. Just double click on the top of the inspector and it will open it up all the way down. So with this title, I can turn on and off the build in and out animations. So now it just shows up on screen and then goes away. But that's pretty boring. Let's keep those enabled. Under controls here, I can fine tune the retro look. I can adjust the blur. I can add more noise if I want. I can also increase this prism blur look. And I can tweak the glow as well. I like how it looks out of the box, so I'm just going to leave those as is. I can also change the color of these lines in the background. Ooh, I like that green. I can change their opacity, their width, their thickness, the number of lines, and the waviness of them. Oh, that looks cool. I can also customize the text color. These two right here, 3 and 4, are for this first box here. So I can just click on them and it will open up this color picker. Let's select a new color. We'll do like a neon green. And then for the secondary color, let's go neon pink, kind of a watermelon look. All right, to change this one, we have to use a gradient, and that's right here, this color one. So click on the triangle, and then to change these colors, just click on one of the tags and then click on the color box right here. And when you have a white outline around it, you know you're selected it and you're changing the color. Let's try a silver kind of look. We'll go silver there, and then we're going to change these others as well. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cool. And then I can close those controls by clicking on this triangle. We'll leave this one as is, but you change it the same way. I can also change the opacity of these different texts, these words, and we can add some more blur to them if we want, and we can add more noise. There's also this flare at the bottom of the title. We can tweak that as well. We can change the color. Let's make it more of a reddish flare. There we go. And we can make it stronger or not as noticeable. There's also a vignette around this template or this title, and that's just these kind of dark corners here. We can change the color. I'm going to right click on it to quickly pick a dark orange right there. We can adjust the position and the opacity and the softness as well. If we want to fine tune the noise here, we can select a new color for noise, and we can turn up its opacity, and we can even tweak the brightness of it. We have a background color as well. We can turn it off completely and see our video below it, or we can turn it back on and we can change the color. Let's try a teal color. Very cool. All right, let's check out our custom title. So glitchy. All right, let's take a look at the different effects you can do with VHS Pop. Click on the Effects browser button right here, and then scroll down till you see VHS Pop. There it is. Let's try out this rewind effect. But first, I want to reverse my video clip. So I'll select it in the timeline, and then I'll click on this timing button here, and I'll select reverse clip. And I want to make it look like it's rewinding so that it's going fast. So I'll click this little arrow down here and select reverse fast, and let's go to 8 times. All right, so here's our clip. They're going backwards and they're going fast. So it looks like we're rewinding the tape, right? So let's add our rewind effect. I'll just drag and drop it onto my clip. All right, let's take a look. Looks like a videotape rewinding backwards. We can customize this look as well. I'll select the clip I have the effect on, and in the inspector I have quite a few choices here. So I can control a lot of the different effects in here. I thought it was waving too much too fast, so I'm going to slow that down. I can also customize this triangle and text. Let's make it a red triangle. I can even customize its position or opacity, its size, and to change the text I can just click on this and let's match it with a red. And I can change the text right here. Let's say back. And I can tweak the font, the size, and a few other options. I can also add drop shadow to the effect if I want. Let's see what we made. Let's test out these looks. Here's a cool thing you can do. With your clip selected, you can skim the thumbnail and see how the effect will look on your clip without actually applying it. All right. I want to add this one, VHS 1. So with my clip selected, I'll just double click and it will add it to my clip. Here's what that looks like. Very cool. Let's take a look at the inspector. Just like the previous effect, I can tweak a lot of things in here, including the lines, but I want to focus on the text. So I have my text in here and you'll see there's this big space. That's to put play at the top and the date at the bottom. We'll change that to fun, and then maybe we'll change the year. 93 was a good one, but I think 91 was even better. We can tweak the font and the size of it. I like it how it is, and we can blur it a little bit too. Let's do that. I can make the text closer together by reducing the line spacing. I can also delete some of the spaces in this text box. All right, let's take a look at our effect. VHS Pop also comes with some transitions. Click the transition browser button to pull it up, and let's see here. Let's scroll down to the bottom and select VHS Pop. Let's take a look at transition number 4. Drag and drop it between my clips, and this is what we've got. That's so awesome. It looks like those old VCRs when they have tracking problem. Ah, very cool. If we select the transition, you'll see we have a ton of options here we can use to customize our transition. We can change text color, we can change the font again and what the text says. Let's say we want to change it to rewind. And then we can tweak the color of the shape. Oh, let's try a blue. And we can tweak the color and we can tweak the opacity. Maybe we want it to just be an outline like so, and we'll make it a little bit thicker. There we go. We can add more blur, noise. Let's just roll it up and make it just crazy. All right, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, that's a glorious mess. So that's how to use VHS Pop. If you have any questions, email me at raisinhater@stupidраisins.com. Happy editing.